Okay, I was answering questions on Snapchat, but I think the sister that's messaged me this question um, is more YouTube based than she is on Snapchat, so I'm gonna answer on YouTube. The question I've put in the description box below, so you can read it there. It's quite a long question. Okay, so I'm really, really sorry to hear about everything that you've gone through in the divorce, and basically everything that you've gone through over the last 10 years. Um, okay, so you're newly divorced now, from what I understand. You were separated for a year, and now you're newly divorced. Um, I mean, you shouldn't like, from what I can see from everything that you've said, like the relationship seemed to be really, really toxic. And you should never ever blame yourself. Especially if you tried, like most girls don't even try with their in-laws, like they'll just literally not care. And the fact that you tried so much with your in-laws that you almost neglected your relationship with your husband, it's good in a way. Yeah, it's not great that you neglected your husband, but it just shows that you have a good heart, like you just wanted to make things right. And he didn't even afford you that same sort of privilege of trying to make like things good and respectful between him and your parents. um so don't kind of beat yourself up about that. um all I would say is, I know it's so hard, especially when you're with someone for 10 years. You've literally, your whole life is together. But you're saying that maybe you should have accepted his character. Well, you shouldn't need to accept a character, that smokes weed, that's lazy. I mean, I don't know what sense of the word lazy, like, what, does he not provide that well? Like, or just, like, what sense is he lazy? Just he sleeps a lot? Like, what is it? If he sleeps a lot, obviously not a problem, as long as he's like the breadwinner in your family and he's providing for the children and for you as a wife. That wouldn't have been a problem. But the fact that he smokes weed, I mean, it's not in line with the religion anyway. And it's your right to have someone who is on his deen. There's nothing wrong with getting with someone who maybe 10 years ago you think, yeah, I can change him. All girls get with guys thinking they can change them. Like, girls like broken guys because they want to fix them, whether you like it or not. Like, most girls like feel like that. I'm one of those people like that. You just want to find the broken guy that you can fix. Um, so it's not your fault that it doesn't mean just because you accepted him that way at the start that he should continue being this way. That's not an excuse to carry on the way that he has. The point of this video, I'm not gonna sit and talk about the past and what could have been and what could have happened. Maybe things could have been done differently, but not just from your side, from his side, from his family side, from every single side. All I can talk to you now is about the fact that you're divorced right now and what that means for you. Um, you're a single parent now. Obviously, you've got a massive responsibility. You've got your children. Try your best not to focus on the negative in your life, which is the breakdown of your relationship, and just focus on the beautiful blessings that are your children. Like, God's given you such amazing blessings right now, and just focus your energy on that. Don't think about remarrying just yet or anything like that. Just focus on yourself and your children. That's it. If this person, if your husband or ex-husband rather, like, if he loves you and maybe he changes his mind or whatever, like, you need to be away from him for him to actually think about it and actually consider changing his mind. When he feels like you're not there, that's when he will truly maybe feel like, oh, maybe I made the wrong decision. And if he doesn't, of course, then it wasn't meant to be. Always thank God for whatever hardship comes in your life, because you don't know if that hardship, as bad as it looks, you don't know if it was what's best for you or is what's best for you in the long term. You don't know what's going to happen next year. You don't know what's going to happen in 2 years' time. You don't know if you had stayed in that relationship. You don't know, it could have gotten so much worse to the point that, big, huge, massive, like, conflicts would have happened between the families. Like, it could have gotten so bad. You don't know what God saved you from. So instead of feeling like your life is over, it's not. You have 3 beautiful children. There are some people that, end up being alone and they don't have children. So from that aspect, you should say alhamdulillah, shukr. Your life isn't over. You're not the first single parent or divorced, woman with children, and you're not gonna be the last. All you can do is make the best of your situation. Life is not over for you. Just focus on yourself. Focus on bettering yourself. There's not much in the email about like what you're doing, if you're working, if you're not working, but just try and better yourself. Like, I don't even know how old you are, or it's not important. The most important thing right now is you try, as difficult it is to find content in your find contentment in your actual situation as it is now. Sorry, I keep looking. I'm just trying to pick up on anything that I've missed. The fact is, you can't change the past. What's happened has happened now, and you can only move forward. There's no point in continuously looking at what could have been, how you could have done things differently. It's just going to eat you up and make you even more upset. What's done is done. You tried your best. You may have been treated unfairly in your time, but God can see it all, and God can see what you've gone through. But God also can see that He's given you blessings, and He wants you to acknowledge them and not focus on the things that you don't have, i.e. this marriage now. There's honestly, don't let yourself fall into this sort of self-pity thing. And I'm not saying it in a bad way. Everyone has self-pity. Everyone needs self-pity so they can feel sorry for themselves, so they can get upset. But self-pity will only make you more upset. Just focus your energies on looking up in life, looking at what you have and looking what you can get. And if you have hope for your husband, I don't know if you do, but if you have hope for your husband and you still want him to come back, chances are, if you continuously sit and sort of talk to him and blame him for things and always be this negative energy, he isn't going to come back. 100%, he's not going to come back. And he will never ever see the error of his ways if it is a mistake that he left you. The only way, if you want him to see that leaving you was a mistake, is to cut away from him. Obviously, let him see the children whenever he wants to see the children, but be a positive energy. Make up for the neglect that you feel that you did to your relationship by focusing on his in-laws. Make up for that neglect now. Be always a happy person. Love yourself. I know, as cliched as that sounds, love yourself. Sounds like some sort of self-help quote, love yourself. But honestly, love yourself. Focus on tell yourself this is your situation now. It's just you and the children. Completely block out the fact that your husband is there, your ex-husband is there. That's it. Focus on your life. Focus on moving your life forward. And through that, good will come to you. But yeah, honestly, I'm not belittling the hurt that you're going through, because 10 years is such a long time. Even if it wasn't a perfect marriage, you're used to it. You're used to being with this person every single day. So for you to not be with this person anymore, it's going to hit you hard. But don't let it hit you so hard that it breaks you. Whenever you have a hardship in life, you either fall or you fly, and make sure you fly. I mean, that's what I did when my husband died. I mean, it could have gone either way. I could have literally drowned in self-pity and just stopped living, and I knew that wasn't the right way. And the only way I was able to move forward was literally count my blessings. I used to literally count my blessings every single day for things I never counted my blessings for before he passed away. I've said this before, but I used to say, alhamdulillah, shukr that I can breathe. Alhamdulillah, shukr that I woke up every morning. Alhamdulillah, shukr that I had this baby growing inside of me and nothing was wrong with it at the time. There was nothing I didn't, all the hospital records were fine. I used to say alhamdulillah, shukr for those things when before I didn't really appreciate those things because I never ever looked at them. I was so involved in my life and living my life and my plans. I didn't stop to think, thank you, Allah, you've given me so much. And I swear to you, that's the only way I was able to move forward, because then my blessings in my eyes felt so much bigger than the hardship that I had just faced. So yeah, don't sort of sit and kind of fixate on what's happened, just to move forward. As hard as it sounds, as simple as it sounds, I know it's really, really hard, but make it simple to yourself. I don't know if that's helped at all, but like honestly, there's no other advice for this right now. But yeah, hope that helped.